So Gary's here from Newline Interactive.
Good morning, everyone.
So Gary, tell us a little bit about what you've been doing at the Beckett show.
Oh, well, I was going to say,
what have you been doing?
This is one of those awkward questions where you suddenly have to go back and try and remember everything that's happened over the last few days. But showcasing Newline Interactive, so audio-visual solutions for the front of the classroom, making sure everyone's got software, teachers, students, IT managers. And those conversations have been going on. You always wonder whether there's going to be a Beckett show where people stop coming or people stop going and seeing the new options that they've got. And actually, we've had strange and varied conversations. And it's helped with the extra accreditations we've got this year. So I'm going to do a little plug, obviously.
Please
that's why
do.
we're here. We've gone through the Google EDLA certification, which means full access into the Google platform and Google services, which has opened up yet more schools, and especially schools that are probably lacking in support in certain areas can suddenly mean that their screens are then more in their infrastructure at the front of the classroom, ready for teachers to use.
So, I mean, obviously I've, used Newline screens before. They're really, really good. But, the one that's like $7,500, I'm obsessed with. So tell us a bit about that one.
So we're talking the...
it's like the creme de la creme. We'll post a photo of it later.
Yeah.
But like, if you had it in your classroom, you'd be like, I'm like the Mark Zuckerberg of teaching. It's like unbelievable.
You look at it, I mean, 98 inches at the front of your classroom. I might struggle to have fitted it in the classrooms that I was in as well. And we've all been there in rooms where we think we just need something that little bit more. But even in halls, we've had a lot of... we're drawing a crowd in. It's good. But even with hall systems, moving away from traditional scenarios and putting in touchscreen technology again, so that the teachers can be anywhere in the room and still having their content at the front, working with those pupils that we all need to work with a little bit more. It's not just the ones that are always there at the front, hands up. With us, we can be broadcasting out to all of them, getting their content back to us at the screen, saving it, marking it as we go. Simple.
I love it. And the thing is with Newline technologies as well, it's not just the screens, is it? There's a lot more to it than that. I know you're the market leader in the United States for sort of digital screenage and that side of technology, but what is it like? Why are you a market leader? What is, because I heard one of your sort of sales colleagues there yesterday saying that a lot of the technology is interchangeable between screens.
Yeah.
But to be a market leader, even in one country, which you are in lots, how does that happen? Because I'm guessing it's about the people behind the technology.
Yeah. So it helps. Obviously, we are the factory that makes screens. So with that partnership, we know we're always going to be at the forefront. Any new developments, I mean, we've got guys from the factory over during the show, and they're telling us about what will be coming with the screens, which means then we can work closer with the customers, and then they can plan for the next bit of their curriculum, which, as we know, and we could get onto teachers' workload and everything like that as well. But we've just got to try and make it a little bit easier. And I know it sounds corny, it sounds cheesy, and of course, I would try and tie that in because we're selling into education. But it's true. We're trying to lower the number of clicks to get to resources to make it easier and more efficient for teachers.
Yeah, because one of the common questions I've heard is some teachers have already got projectors and maybe whiteboards or an interactive whiteboard or a smart board or whatever. What's the advantage of turning over from that to like a brand new Newline screen?
So I think you're starting to future-proof yourself. That phrase has been thrown around by EdTech consultants for years, and I don't want to be quite negative in that sphere because there's enough of that all over social media anyway. But I would say that you've got to be looking at a screen isn't just something that you buy for today. You've got to plan for a refreshment program between 5 or 7 years, whatever the warranty of that technology is.
Yeah.
Because things are going to change. Would you have been looking at the touchscreens we've got today 5 years ago? The answer is no. So you've got to plan ahead. The devices that we're going to be using are changing. That's probably the phone that we've got in our pockets is probably more powerful than the laptop we started teaching with. So it's about planning. And if you're with the factory, if you're with the brand that is bringing these new products to market, and the first Google EDLA screen that will hit the UK in our range, then you know you're in a good place.
Yeah, definitely.
We look at the software, as I mentioned, across managers, teachers, students. That's why we developed that ecosystem.
Yeah, for sure.
So you don't just go in and go, okay, well, I've got a screen, but I add other stuff on it. Everything's available from Newline.
Superb. And my final question is, if people want to find out more about Newline, either today, if you're at the Beckett show, you come into the Beckett show, or obviously after the Beckett show, how do they do that?
So I would always just go to the website. The website is where all of our information will be, newline-interactive.com.
And if you're on X or Twitter, as it was formerly known, you can follow them at Newline Europe, all one word. Give them a follow on there and see what they're doing today and actually in the future as well. And as I say, if your school or you are thinking of getting digital screenage in your classroom, then I highly recommend checking these guys out, because you will not find a better screen anywhere, or a better set of people actually anywhere to work with. They're absolutely fantastic. Gary,
We'll take that.
enjoy the rest of your day.
Thank you very much.
See you later
Look
on.
after yourself.